Hey, Neil McDonnell here. I'm going to talk in this lesson about your capability statement. We want to refresh it from its current state to an ideal state, making it a great tool for you when you're marketing to federal buyers or teaming partners. Something to keep in mind about a capability statement is it's not a slick sheet like a marketing sheet you might think of, and it doesn't have to tell everything about you, your company, and everything that your company does. It just needs to get you in the door. It just needs to get you from a small business specialist to a program office. And that's why I say its primary purpose is to just get a meeting. And that's why you'll see me talking about it from a much more functional standpoint than winning you a graphic award. I talk about how capability statements have lives of their own when they're out there. If you put it on your website, it's selling for you when somebody comes in, downloads it. I say ungated because I've seen people, your peers out there in the industry, make people have to put in their name, email, address, et cetera, to get the gap or the capability statement. And it doesn't make any sense. It's just a marketing tool. Let anybody have it. You can have it on your LinkedIn profile, and I'll talk about it more there as well. But if somebody's cruising through LinkedIn, they'll see it. Same thing on the company page. Inside of large prime supplier portals, they have an ability to allow you to upload documents, and you can upload your capability statement. That way, if buyers are looking for it or looking for a company like yours, they can just continue with looking at your capability statement after they look at your supplier portal information. Same thing with agency supplier portals. Often agencies out there have their own supplier portals that are piggybacking off of your small business profile. And then the last thing is agency enterprise search. When somebody takes the capability statement from you, especially electronics, right? They put it in the hard drive, or often nowadays it goes into the agency network, into the enterprise environment. And if somebody's searching for HubZone SharePoint and my capability talks about that, my capability statement talks about that, it'll surface up within that agency. So that's what I mean by it has a life of its own. You don't have to keep handing it out for it to keep working for you. So very powerful tool. I really quickly want to talk about just understanding the components of a capability statement. I know we're all familiar with it, especially anybody in this course. You're further along than just brand new, right? I know that. And so the first thing to keep in mind is it has to be a 6-second read. This means that the small business specialist or whoever picks it up, and in 6 seconds, they've got an understanding of what your company is about. And the way they do that is through the Z format. So you can see the example over on the right. They read from left to right, from top right to bottom left, and from bottom left over to the bottom right. And when you see that read that way, you lay out your capability statement the same way, right? You use this capability statement to highlight your tags on the top right. That way, you're not saying you're an 8A or a woman-owned firm. Your capability statement is saying that. You've got your cage code and key numbers up on top so they can quickly find it. I describe at the bottom, it's boring information. And what I really mean is, if you, they only want that information, NAICS codes and contact information, things like that, if they like the rest. And so don't put it up on top and hijack real estate up there. Have it in this Z format. I'm going to, in the visibility gap analysis, I'm going to review your capability statement, and I'll be able to give you specific feedback about yours and my recommended changes there.